All right. Hi, everyone. We are shifting and doing a little different. We're doing it on Zoom today instead of Be Live to test this out because we want to have some interaction from everybody and be able to see people's faces or hear their voices while we're talking to them and they're sharing some stuff. So I'm Jen, and we have Beth Banning on, and yay, this is our Monday leadership, basically our activity that we do this Zoom free coaching call, focus on a topic around heart leadership. And also Beth Banning is our expert coach. She is an expert. I'm just warning you guys, like, she's good. She is good.
Good.
She's really good. And anyway, Beth is actually an author. She's a creator of the Gibson Banning method, and that is what we in the quickening movement and quickening coaches, we have actually taken that on and are utilizing that method as quickening coaches. And so she, again, is the expert in this and is an awesome, wonderful, heart-centered, beautiful woman, and it's her birthday today. So hi, Beth.
Hi. It is my birthday today.
It's your birthday today.
It's like blowing my mind.
Sing
I'm
to
actually
you, Beth.
60 years old today.
I know, 60, you guys.
Crazy, right?
I think we should sing
Like
to Beth.
blowing my mind.
I think we should sing too. Are you guys ready to sing?
Cute.
All right, you start off, Beth. Summer.
I was gonna start.
You're gonna make her start?
I'll lead us off.
All right, here we go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Beth. Happy birthday to you.
All right, you guys have good voices.
You guys are so cute.
Happy birthday, Beth.
Happy
Thank
birthday.
you. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. I'm excited.
It's exciting. We're going for massages too.
We are. That's what I'm excited about, actually. I'm ready for a massage.
Heck yeah.
All right. How do you want to
So
do this?
hi. Well, I would love to. I know I kind of threw this on Beth too. Last night we talked. We usually talk a little more. We have a little more plan.
We do.
We do. Today, not as much. But one of the things that we are focused on is crying. If you notice, our activities for the last week and this week are focused on the emotion of crying and release. And something that I have found as I've been working with a lot of women and men and in the communities and watching people is that we struggle to allow our emotions to be seen in public or with those even we care about. And I believe that this is something that when we just allow that, we actually step further and deeper into trust and really connecting with people and allowing them to see all parts of us, a lot more parts of us. So I wanted to have us delve into that a little bit. And Beth used the word authenticity, and I think it's just being willing to, and I want you to maybe, talk about that a little bit more, how we can really step into this space of emotions, but also just authenticity as a leader.
Yeah, when you brought this up, and the reason authenticity came to me in relation to leadership is because if you look at the leaders of the past and the ones that we are most inspired by and the ones that people most want to follow, it's because we see something in them that is so real and so inspiring that we can't help but be touched by it. So I don't think any leader that is successful can be successful without being authentic, true to their heart, And I don't think that can happen unless they're in touch with their emotions, because this is part of who we are. We cannot deny it. And so much of leadership in the, last 30 years, maybe even longer than that, is so focused on strong and strength and, in the business world that it's not the kind of leader you really want to follow. It's more of the fear-based leadership, you know? So I think that I love that in what you're doing in the movement right now is based around emotions, and people get freaked out.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Excuse
we've
me.
seen it many times.
I mean, freaked out. And it makes perfect sense because we're taught to really, you know, close ourselves off from that part of ourselves. And I think the biggest thing that has people be really uncomfortable about going into their emotions, well, maybe two things, but one is that they're going to fall into this pit of emotion and never come out, right? That it's like this never ending thing that they're going to have to experience. And the other part is, you know, you hear people call it wallowing, right? Wallowing in their emotions. And when you're really in touch with your emotions, there isn't anything like that. There's the only reason, and I want to describe what I think people mean by wallowing. It's that they stay there and they feel it and they feel terrible and it's awful and it's like this thing. It's kind of more like whining and complaining. Do you know what I mean? In this idea connected to wallowing. And when you're truly in touch with your emotions, they flow and they move and they change so quickly that there is nothing like that. Do you know what I'm talking about? Excuse me.
I do.
So I believe that once we, and again, that's why I love that you're doing this crying thing, because that's one of the pieces that moves energy. And energy, if you look at emotions, someone called it once energy in motion, emotion. And it's such a beautiful, poignant way to look at it, because emotions are the energy of who we are, and they need to move through us. And that's really part of what crying does. It moves the energy that needs to be moved. Why in the world would we be able to cry if it wasn't something important that we learn to do, or unlearn what's keeping us from doing it, So I think that's awesome.
I love it. And I actually had an idea as you were talking.
Yeah.
I wanted to see what you thought, because Kelly again had mentioned something. So I thought maybe we could put her on the spot and do a little coaching with her. She's open to it, but this is the idea
I have something to say really fast though.
Well, real quick, Kelly, let me just share this, and we want to hear what you're going to share. I wanted to see, Beth, if you're open, and Kelly, if you're open to maybe utilizing the experience that she's talking about with being on video and mirrors and stuff, and maybe connect it to emotions and allowing the emotions and connecting to those emotions. And what I want people to do is, as we're watching her, to actually have a couple intentions in mind. One is to see the difference as she shares that emotion, or as she shares her just moving through it, what you see at the end from the beginning. So kind of be aware of what you see. And then the other one was, see what part, like you said, Beth, when we're watching leaders, there's something that we're connecting to that's real. And so I wanted us to be aware of what you're connecting to in Kelly as she's sharing. What stands out to you with her that you really resonate with? Because again, this just shows, because Kelly's a leader, we're all leaders. And that's what we really highlight in our movement and organization, is that we all are leaders. So if we can identify this with different people, we can really start, I think, supporting each other even more. So does that sound good to you, Beth and Kelly? And then Kelly, love to hear what you're saying.
I'm easy, whatever you want.
I like that you're easy.
I'll play around like that.
Kelly, what were you going to share?
Okay, I was going to say, I was thinking when you were talking about this crying thing, that I used to be very opposed to crying or showing my emotions. I was taught that was weakness, that it was bad, and that it was not something that you did. But by blocking out your feelings and how you feel and not letting them just flow, like just come out of you, you also block out the good things.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So
you
you're
can't
not
have
able to
anything.
be present you're not able to be present in those moments that would be good moments. So in other words, you're blocking out not just the sad emotions, but you're also blocking out the happiness, because you have a tendency to focus on the fact that you need to feel guilt over feeling the happiness and not just the crying emotions, which is what I did.
Yeah. No, thank you for sharing that, Kelly. I think it's perfect.
It truly blocks the flow of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Just does, yeah. Everything at that point. So that's awesome. Yeah, thank you.
So we have about 13 minutes. Do you want to, is there anything else that you would like to talk about or share before we step into that, Beth?
I just would like to hear what Kelly, just so it would be easier if we did something specific rather than a general thing. So if there's something like a challenge, and I know you were talking about something before
right now. She mentioned it right when she got on that she doesn't like seeing herself in the video, right? Even right now.
So why don't you just?
I want to erase it. I want to erase it right after I get.
So why don't you tell me, just express how it's occurring to you in this moment, and we can see where that goes.
Okay. Well, first of all, I don't really like looking at myself because I see a distorted image of what you see. So I don't see myself appearing in this camera the way that you do. So I see myself as looking fat. My face is fat. I can find, fat on my chin. I see all those flaws externally. And I internalize them, which is what I do with mirrors too, which is why I told my husband, take all the mirrors out of the house so that, every time I get out of the shower or whatever, I don't have to look at myself. I don't have to look at myself at the beginning of the day. And I feel like I would function better on that basis. But then that's like the crying where you're blocking.
Yeah.
It's the same difference.
Let's play around with just moving energy then. Okay.
Okay.
And whether you cry or you don't cry, don't concern yourself with that. Just follow my directions. How's that?
Okay.
So I want you to look at yourself fully in the video camera right now.
Gosh. Oh, okay.
And I just want you to get present to everything you see, no matter what it is that you see. And just take just a minute to do that. Just keep looking at yourself and allow yourself just to look at yourself. Then I want you to close your eyes and I want you to feel everything that's going on in you right now. Just feel all the thinking about how you look and all the different parts and pieces of how that occurs to you. And I want you to bring those thoughts and ideas into your body and tell me where they land in your body.
In my stomach. Okay.
Then I want you to take all your awareness and put it on that area of your stomach. Just all your awareness. If you can let go of the thinking and bring your attention more to the sensations in your stomach. What kind of sensations do you feel in your stomach area?
Kind of like this digging or hollowing out feeling.
Okay, so put all your attention on that digging and hollowing out feeling. And someone is coming to my door. And just put all your sensations there. And I want you to let me know when all your awareness on the sensations, and let me know when it shifts or changes in some way.
Okay, I think there's a shift.
Okay, and what does it feel like as it's shifting? You can keep your eyes closed if you're willing, and just let me know what it feels like as it's shifting.
It kind of feels like motion, like water moving.
Good, and if it's moving, just follow the motion. Where is it going?
I don't know.
Just stay with it. You don't have to know. Just stay with it until there's some movement where you can tell where it's moving. It may just be motion in that same area.
I think it's moving but contained.
Okay. All right. And is it shifted in, is it more uncomfortable or less uncomfortable than it was before?
More uncomfortable.
Okay, then stay with it and just allow it. And this is really where people start running away from it, because it may get more uncomfortable before it gets comfortable. So just really put all your awareness there and allow it to shift or change in the way it wants to. Just be present to it. Just allow yourself, give yourself permission to be present to your body. Let me know if it shifts or changes as you help me.
I think it's shifting or changing to sadness.
To where?
To sadness.
To sadness. And just be present in the sadness. Just be present to it. Give yourself permission to feel the sadness. Just be present to it. Feel the sensations of the sadness. Just let go of whatever wants to be released in that sadness. Let me know when it shifts or changes in any way.
I think it's changing.
Okay. What's it doing?
It feels a little bit lighter.
Okay. And this, excuse me, this is something that's probably pretty deep in you and would just need more time to allow. But you want to make sure that you stay with it at least until it shifts where it's a little less uncomfortable. Is it feeling less uncomfortable than it was a minute ago? Every time we allow ourselves to feel the feelings that are in there, you got to the sadness or even just the emotions, and there's, you know, some movement. It can be tears, it can be yawning, it can be laughing. It doesn't have to be tears, to just move some of that stagnant energy. Jen, how much time do we have?
We have about 5 minutes.
Oh, awesome. So now what I want you to do, Kelly, is just get present for a moment and then open your eyes when you're ready. And then I want you to just, if you could look in the mirror or the video and be a certain way or feel a certain way, how would it be? Anything you wanted, what would be perfect? How would you feel? What would be happening?
I would see someone beautiful.
You would see what?
Someone beautiful.
Someone beautiful. So you would see beautiful, right? Anything else?
I would see someone who's a survivor.
So when you say
obstacles,
so,
who can overcome obstacles?
So someone strong and confident, that kind of.
Yes.
So someone strong and beautiful and confident.
Yes.
Okay.
Who's not afraid to share her pain.
And courageous then, like that?
Yes.
Okay, strong, beautiful, confident, and courageous. Oh my gosh, it's giving me chills just saying it. So now close your eyes, and I want you to feel the energy of strong, beautiful, confident, and courageous. I want you to feel that energy. And as soon as you can feel it, let me know. Because words have energy, and value type words have amazing energy.
I can feel it.
Okay, and where is it in your body?
I would say it's more like here in my throat area.
Okay, great. So now take all your awareness and put it on that energy in your throat area. And I love that you have your hand there. I'd love it if you'd be willing to put your hand gently on that area. Just hold it like you're loving it. And just feel the energy of strong, beautiful, confident, and courageous that's living in you right at this moment. And just be present to it. And let me know if it shifts or changes in some way. Just again, be present to the sensations of strong, beautiful, confident, and courageous.
I'd say it shifted.
Yeah, how does it feel now?
It feels good, except for I feel at the same time that I fight it a little bit.
Yeah, so just take your awareness and tell me how it feels, the sensations of it. How do the sensations feel?
It feels like a cozy blanket.
Nice. So just wrap yourself around in that cozy blanket. Just wrap yourself in it.
It feels safe, like no one can hurt me.
That's beautiful. And just take a moment when you're ready to open your eyes, open your eyes. You want to let all energy move, not just the good feelings, not just the bad feelings, but the ones we enjoy too. Let them move, let them surround you, let them move. I like the blanket thing. And just get present for a minute. How do you feel?
I kind of feel less afraid of looking at this camera.
Awesome. Awesome. And again,
I'm not so concerned about it at the present moment. I feel those feelings more.
And don't get attached to that you won't feel, a different way in another moment, because life really is about this moment. It's about this moment. So anytime you feel uncomfortable about,
and that's hard for me. That's hard. Being in this moment is hard for me.
Yeah. And this was what got you in this moment is feeling. Is feeling. So anytime you look at a mirror and you feel uncomfortable again, go into the feeling. Close your eyes and just feel it and let the energy move. Because as we're letting it move, we open to what's next for us to do, what's possible in the next moment. So I just want to thank you so much for being courageous, beautiful, and confident. Thank you.
Truly, Kelly, that was amazing. I wanted to see really quick if anybody, we have just 1 minute, if anyone, Pam or Beth, Beth Summers, wanted to just share what they saw in Kelly, if you want to share in like 15, 30 seconds. If you saw any shift or you saw something stand out as far as equality or...
I saw Pam moving, so I was like, oh, Pam's going to say something. I think I felt still some, like there was still some stuck energy, but that's okay. There is. But especially when you were pulling out those values, Beth, about, courage and beauty and confidence. Like I saw it immediately, but it was beautiful to watch like Kelly get to that place on her own and see it as well, which is really amazing to be on the same level with someone else, that you're seeing and experiencing truth on the same level instead of having different perspectives. And so that's really connective for me to see that Kelly can now see herself as I see her, which then supports me in how I see my world. So thanks, Kelly.
Thanks, Beth.
Thanks, Beth.
Well, and I think for me, I saw a shift in her face, like the glow, there was just a shift, especially around the comfortable blanket feeling. I just saw that surrounding her. So, and I kind of did it along with her because I look at my face and I see every wrinkle and I look at my hair and it looks stupid. So I did it along with it, which was helpful. So I appreciate it, and I'm grateful I was on the call.
Thanks, Pam. So we do need to finish, but thank you, Beth, for taking us through that. She's, like I said, she's expert coach, musta. And Kelly, thank you again. Kelly, you know what I noticed? One thing that I just wanted to share is I noticed maybe in your feelings that you have when you are not allowing those feelings, but your head kind of goes down. But when Beth was talking and you were standing in the confidence, your chin even went up, and your face just like, it was exposed and it was beautiful. It was like this confidence was just emanating from you. So it was really cool. I just want to share, that's the difference I saw, was this like, I can be here, energy. And thank you for being here and being willing to do that. And I would like to offer everybody a challenge today. We do our activities every day, and something that you can do, either have people watch this, obviously be one of them, and then to do what Kelly just did, just, feel the feeling. And as Beth was just saying, just let yourself kind of feel it and choose something that's going on that you're experiencing specifically that you don't like so much. You're not like it so much. Yes, thank you. Anything you want to say before we get off, Beth?
Well, just as you were saying, sayings, those sayings you hear over and over again are here because they're real, and what we resist persists. It just does. So when you allow it, you can expand into the next most beautiful moment that's available for you. And just like Kelly was saying, when you contract and you hold it back and you don't allow, you're stuck.
Yeah.
So
Amen.
just in every moment, you don't have to be in flow all the time. Just realize it and then get unstuck in that moment. That's all it takes.
I love it. Thanks, Beth. All right, love you guys. We got to jet off. We have another call. Bye.